You've changed. You've done the work. You've left the relationship. And somehow, you ended up in the same one again. Different face. Different name. Same wound. This is not bad luck. This is not your fault. This is a pattern. And today, we decode it. If you have ever looked at your relationship history and noticed something that doesn't quite make sense, that despite your growth, despite your intentions, despite everything you know, you keep choosing the same dynamic. You are not alone, and you are not broken. What you are experiencing has a name. It has a mechanism. And once you understand it, you cannot unsee it, which is exactly where healing begins. The pattern works like this. Somewhere in your early life, in the way love was given or withheld, in the way safety was present or absent, your nervous system created a map of what love feels like, what closeness feels like, what another person's energy feels like when it is familiar, and familiar, even when familiar means painful, registers in the body as safe. This is why you can meet someone kind, available, and genuinely interested in you, and feel almost nothing, while someone emotionally unavailable, inconsistent, or even unkind makes your nervous system light up with recognition. It is not that you want to be hurt. It is that your body mistakes familiarity for love, and it will keep doing that, automatically, beneath conscious awareness, until the map itself changes. Neuroscience has a term for this: repetition compulsion. The unconscious drive to recreate unresolved emotional experiences, not to suffer, but to try, one more time, to get a different ending. The child who never received consistent love from a parent doesn't grow up thinking, I want to find someone inconsistent to love me. They grow up with a nervous system that is calibrated for inconsistency. That reads the push-pull of an emotionally unavailable partner as normal, as home. And so the pattern repeats. Not because you are weak, not because you haven't healed enough, but because the calibration runs deeper than conscious thought. There are 3 primary wounds that drive this pattern, and understanding yours is the beginning of changing it. The first is the abandonment wound. The child who experienced actual or emotional abandonment, a parent who left, was absent, or was emotionally unavailable, learns that love and loss are the same thing. As an adult, they may unconsciously choose partners who confirm this belief, who are there and then not there, who love intensely and then withdraw. The second is the rejection wound. The child who felt consistently unwanted, whose feelings, needs, or very presence seemed burdensome, learns that they must earn their place in any relationship. As an adult, they may choose partners who require constant earning, who give love conditionally, sporadically, as a reward for performance. The third is the fusion wound, sometimes called the engulfment wound. The child who had no space for their own individuality, whose identity was subsumed into the family system, may as an adult choose partners who recreate that loss of self. Or they may swing to the opposite extreme, choosing extreme emotional distance as the only safe form of intimacy. Which of these resonates with you? You don't have to choose just one. Most people carry more than one, and most patterns are a combination of all 3. What does it actually look like to break the pattern? It begins, and this is important, not with choosing differently, but with feeling differently. Because the pattern is not a thought. It is a somatic imprint, a felt sense, a nervous system response that happens before the mind has time to intervene, which means that willpower alone will not change it. Insight alone will not change it. Understanding the pattern, as useful as that is only the first step. The work is in the body, in learning to recognize the specific feeling of familiar, that pull, that electricity, that sense of recognition, and understanding that this feeling is information, not permission. It is in slowly, carefully building a new experience of what safe feels like, what available feels like, what consistent, present, regulated love feels like in the body, even when it doesn't feel exciting. Because here is what no one tells you. When you begin to heal, healthy love often feels boring at first, flat, without the charge of the familiar wound. And that flatness is not the absence of love. It is the absence of activation, the absence of the wound being triggered. Learning to stay with that, to let the nervous system recalibrate to steadiness, is one of the most courageous things a human being can do. The pattern you keep living is not your destiny. It is your history. And history, when it is witnessed and understood and felt all the way through, can change. Not overnight, not without support, but completely. Subscribe to Soul Decoded. And in the comments, do you recognize the pattern? Which wound resonates most? Abandonment, rejection, or fusion? Your answer might be the beginning of something different.